Mr. Malone, Mr. Haynes, Mr. Foster. Welcome to the Guild's 50th episode. And do keep the sass to a minimum.
Oh shit, we're live!
We are live!
Are you fucking serious?
I like that according to Corey's head, we're on episode 5 and sub.
No, it's episode...
yeah. Oh, I didn't plan that out too well, did I? Oh, well.
You gotta read it out, actually.
No, you just put your head down. That way we could see the sign.
Oh, good.
Because your big fat head's blocking the testicle.
And it ought to improve the aesthetic quality of the podcast considerably.
No, it still sucks.
Oh, well, that's
Immensely.
a bummer. I'm sorry, I tried.
I know.
This is me trying.
Keep trying.
You can't... Okay, well...
You know there's a short bus outside for you.
I own that bus.
I know.
God damn it.
It's got your name on it.
Quit being a dick.
Jay!
Hi!
Over here. Camera's over here. I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
We're live!
Who's on first? I
see
don't know.
that.
Yeah.
I see this. So we're broadcasting?
We are broadcasting.
Have we let anybody know, or are we just, crossing our fingers hoping for the best that some dumbass shows up?
I have been putting the info out there. Some people said they would join us. We got one or two watching right now.
You were hitting the streets all day today.
I was pimping out hard.
That's right. That was for your day job, however. I'm pretty sure you let everybody know about our podcast soon afterwards.
Yes, and as a wise man once said, pimping ain't easy.
Because you're a whore.
Accurate.
We're whores! What?
Yes.
So how do we see who's watching? Is that something I cannot see, or?
I actually can't see who's watching, until but I do have the chat window set up, so if anybody says something, please say something. We can respond. But in the meantime, we'll just treat it like our normal podcast, like we always do.
Cool.
Badly.
Cool.
So it's just basically a sewage truck running straight into a ditch.
Yeah, what are you drawing? You've been doodling.
I'm taking notes.
You're taking notes.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
All right, fair.
That's what's happening.
Jay, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, man. It was good. It was nice. I got to spend it with the family, and actually had a weekend off, a long weekend for the first time in 4 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's unusual.
It's really weird. It's really weird, actually, being an employee somewhere and getting paid and valued for your work. It's very different.
How novel.
It's really strange, and it's cool. Yeah, no, it's 40-hour work weeks are really awesome. Really, really awesome.
Yeah, and how's the time breathing in all that free time?
It's been really nice. I've been reading books again.
Oh shit! What you reading?
I'm going back through The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings because I haven't read them in a few years. And I've had time to actually play video games for more than 5 minutes.
Oh Lord!
Which is great. So I'm getting to dive into some of the stuff that's been on my backlog for a little while, and yeah, it's been good.
Time to do shit. That's rare.
I've gone geocaching for the first time in 3 months.
Okay, now you have too much time.
Too much time on my hands.
See, I'm going to say I have just enough time because, I've been able to actually do the stuff I want to do, which is cool.
Well, that's a healthy thing to do.
It is. It's very nice. It's a welcome change. The new gig is awesome, and I don't miss the old one in the slightest.
Nice.
How was Thanksgiving for you guys?
It's pretty good. It seemed to go really quick. I had 4 days off, which, that's also kind of rare for me, unless I schedule days off. Mom came over, drove us nuts. Kids refused to eat anything, so, normal.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, so we're at par so far.
Yeah. Batting even.
Is that when we did a 49.5?
Oh, yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't do a whole lot.
You did a lot of traveling, right?
I did a lot of
traveling. No, you worked.
Yeah, I fucking worked through Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They fed us at work, which is kind of nice, but it made me ill. So that was...
What'd they feed you, Taco Bell?
No. It was a more than serviceable Thanksgiving, provided by, I don't know, some unnamed caterer, so that made...
It wasn't Boston Market.
It was not Boston Market, no.
Okay.
Because if it was Boston Market, I'd still be glued to the toilet. Perhaps, hey, you know what? It's the punishment that loves you. I guess because it was an unnamed caterer, I should have kind of taken safeguards. Yeah. But I overcame, and later that night, I was visited by the ghost of Large Marge!
You're not taking notes, you goddamn liar.
Yeah, I was drawing the deceased spirit of a clay animated trucker lady.
Wow.
Oh, do you want to see it?
That is really good, actually.
It's not.
Yes, it is. You're your worst critic.
It's like
That's
Savage
good.
Steve Holland on acid.
How is that bad?
Point. All right. Well, it was worth taking notes over, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to.
Well, it was worth the joke, at least. I should have busted that out on Halloween. What the fuck? Timing. Whatever.
It's always next year.
That's okay.
Always next
It's
year,
okay.
yes.
So what's the plan for tonight, lads? Like, what are we chatting about?
We are going to have some fun. This is basically our year-end episode, even though we have one more project lined up before the end of the year itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one doesn't count. That's special.
That is a special thing. It's something we've actually wanted to do like 2 years in a row, and then Christmas rolls around. It's like, I don't have time. I don't want to.
It's logistically challenging.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Cool.
Because it's going to be 2 different ways I want to do this. Because we're live right now on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going to post this audio on Podbean and the rest of our podcast.
Yeah.
And we're going to do the same thing for the next project. Only I have a feeling the live product is going to be funnier than the produced product that I would put out.
Yeah,
if it's anything like the old Phillips File live show that they did around the holidays,
nice callback.
yeah, the live show is going to be significantly better than just hearing the audio after the fact. So you fuckers are going to want to tune in. Especially all you Tom and Jerry assholes. You sacks of shit. It's been 6 months and I'm still mad, you fucking assholes.
Is the right show one?
Is this? I know
I don't care.
I know we've already got we've already got our like board gaming agenda set here. But is this our like year end thing where we talk about like our bests of?
Yeah.
Just kind of rattle shit off while we're doing all that.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to play some board games. We're going to talk about, like, stuff we went throughout the year, our favorites, this and that.
All right, because the Tom and Jerry thing reminded me of something that I wanted to bring up at some point before the end of the year, and that was, like, the quality of the various memes that started from January on forward. And the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because, when conversation about memes, especially out here in, the realsies comes up, people roll their eyes and are like, no, you keep that shit on the screen, asshole. That's not how memes work. But I wanted to mention that, like, I am so happy that, one of the memes that came out of 2018 was, like, this heartfelt and genuine appreciation for classic animated cartoons.
Yes.
That was the coolest fucking thing to happen this year.
because especially Looney Tunes more than anything
Looney
else.
Tunes and Tom and Jerry. That's why I'll give the Tom and Jerry fuckers a slide for that bracket. Yes, better tunes could have been given the crown out there, but you know what? I'd rather be having those people watching Tom and Jerry than some other bullshit produced in the last 10 years that we could name off. Not that recent cartoons have been crap. I mean, between Gravity Falls and Batman the Brave and the Bold and Star and all those other ones we mentioned, it's been tip top for the most part. But there is some garbage out there that gets way too much play. But there was the Tom and Jerry people making GIFs out of TNJ. There was the one guy watching the classic Tom and Jerry where Tom rolls up with the cigarette.
I know
and the guy's losing his mind over the gag sequence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how I was when I was 4. And I watched my first Foghorn Leghorn cartoon. And making that bridge, and I'll try not to dominate this conversation because, my love for classic animation is pretty tough to mute. But this led to a conversation between me and a coworker, about cartoon directors. And this was like one of I think she was the only other person in the building that could name cartoon directors aside from me. And she was talking about like Chuck Jones and Freeze Freeling and those guys. And I was like, yeah, but you know who the best was that doesn't get nearly enough press is Robert McKimson. And she knew immediately who it was. It was the guy that directs the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons and the Tasmanian Devil stuff. And she's like, yeah, Foghorn Leghorn is one of those characters that you don't like as a kid or even as an adult. But if you watch the cartoons nowadays, they're the funnier ones. And that's not a fucking lie. Because I will always lose my shit at a Foghorn Leghorn tune.
And you know what? It reminds me, I think it was yesterday or today or sometime this week, I was just doing a little retrospective on our Instagram, and I was just putting up the results of the past, the playoffs we did with the animated playoffs. And it had dawned on me, I have a really easy way we can fix this next year, so there's not any outside influence like bots or any like people spamming voting or anything.
Yeah, not do one, right? That's my vote. Not gonna lie, that's my vote.
That's a fair
All
point.
right, well, how about I pitch this, and then you tell me if you still don't want to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to the people, what the subject should be, and then figure out the seating from there, and the three of us vote, since it's our goddamn playoff. Since there's three of us, there could be an uneven vote easily.
Yeah. So people actually suggest the seeds.
Or we pick up, we figure out what genre it is. We have 3 months to figure this out. And then the three of us, we decide, okay, this is better than that. Next.
See, that's the tough bit, because I was actually trying to think about this yesterday, and now we're going to be getting into subgenres, because we've cleaned up,
well, we've only done 3.
Well, action, comedy, tunes.
Yeah.
All right. What's left? We're not going to be doing dramas here.
There's all kinds of stuff we could do. I don't know exactly what we could do.
And I know nobody's going to buy into classic film, because that'd mean a lot of our viewers would have to start watching classic film.
Doesn't have to be like film or TV or anything like that.
It could be video game. It could be comics. It could be...
I'll throw one out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll toss an idea here because I actually really like that idea, Bob, and I think that could be a lot of fun. Because fuck the voters. You guys are... you guys suck.
Right after an election, too.
It's not just you got burned by Tom and Jerry this year, but you got burned to hell by, what was it, Predator last year? Or
Yes.
the last throwdown?
Yeah, it's 2 years in a row that the voting has just can suck everything out of my ass. It's terrible.
Yeah. And this year, you're not going to pick up the soap, are you?
No.
All right.
So, in lieu of our 19-week marathon road to WrestleMania session of recording that we always do,
That ain't happening this year.
why don't we just do a quick field of 16 or field of 32 wrestlers and go through that?
Ooh. You know, with WrestleMania being in early April, we could still start this in March or do it at the end of March or whatever and still be like our Road to WrestleMania episode. Yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of slaughtering 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's my thought.
I think we have something here.
We're getting 2 counts of a pin before kickout.
Nice.
I'm not quite sure it fits really, but yeah, sure, go with it. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to work out like some nuances. Like, do they have to be wrestlers of all time? Do they have to be alive? There's a lot of little things we could work out from here to there.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll just do wrestlers we like. Who gives a shit if they're alive or dead? I don't give a fuck. Like it's
like, are we thinking like, is this like a popularity or who we would think would win in a head-to-head match between the two?
I would like to throw. I'd like to throw my hat in for matches over wrestlers, because I'm pretty sure that we would all end up on Mankind.
No?
No?
I'd probably end up on Jericho.
Oh, that's how we could split it up in eras.
Oh shit! Yeah. How about
Yeah,
that?
4 different eras of wrestler.
Yeah, but one of us is going to get stuck with the 90s.
Well, we're all going to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're
All
all
right.
gonna vote.
So it's like, all right, we all pitch.
And that's why there's the 3 of us, because if you and Jay vote for the 2 other guys, I could be the swing vote, that type of deal.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like that.
All right, so why don't we do 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and our final one, managers from any era.
Oh.
Let's mix it up a little more. Like, say, Monday Night War era,
Okay.
classic era, like, so anything before...
Rock and wrestling. The rock and wrestling era.
Yeah, from Rocket Wrestling and earlier.
Uh-huh.
Because I could only name, like, so many guys from back then.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino. That's all that matters.
And then we could do, like, say, the PG era, I guess.
Okay.
Is that post-Attitude?
That would be from about 2000 to today,
Okay. All right.
roughly.
All right. So, and that would complete 4 eras. There would be the rock and wrestling era. There would be the 90s, because I don't know what else to call it. The Attitude era, and then now PG, the PG era,
Modern era, yeah.
modern era. All right.
Yeah,
Okay, that works.
That works for me.
yeah.
We have reached an accord. Yeah, sure.
Let's play a game.
All right, what are we playing?
All right, you guys, let's start off with Zombie Dice.
All right.
Anyone not familiar with this game, this is a fun game. This is a great, easy to learn, easy to play game.
It is from the good folks at Steve Jackson Games, the guys who make Munchkin and GURPS and Munchkin and GURPS. That's pretty much all you need.
GURPS.
Yep.
Like that? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right. Because it rhymes with burps. I wasn't sure you'd caught on to that.
No, I I'm reading you. You want to explain the game, Jay?
I haven't played in like 3 years, so it's pretty easy. There's 13 dice. You got a cup to hold them in, and you need a way to keep score. I happen to have a handy-dandy zombie dice score pad. Impressive.
I have a notepad with a pen.
That's the same thing. Mine just has graphics. All right, so what you do, every turn you shake the cup, take 3 dice without looking, and roll them.
That's pretty much the long and the short of it.
Yep.
At least as far as the start of a turn goes.
There are 3 icons on each one. There's the brain icon, which, hooray, you ate the fucker's brain. Good job. Set it to the side. Oh, no, you've been shotgunned. Set the shotgun to the side. And footprints, he ran away. Those you roll again. If you roll 3 shotguns, you're fucked.
I'm going to make it an open challenge for the Cretins Guild Championship.
Oh, shit. Yeah, nobody's changed. That belt
The belt hasn't changed hands in a year.
That's fair. I'll accept that. Wait, is it still over? Is it still over at your house?
It's still at his place.
Oh, that's right. I was going to
go get it.
That's right.
I'm not getting up. I'm very warm. I'm sorry. It's very, very, very cold down here, and I'm not getting out from under my blanket. Sorry. It's over there. You'll have to deal with it and just accept the fact.
We'll just have to believe him. Well, okay. Who was that like who would weasel out of the challenges all the time? I can't. It's
Brock Lesnar.
Crash Holly.
It was Crash. Yes, that's a hell of a name to live up to.
Did he weasel out, or he just like get lucky and then scamper off?
Well, he would escape, but he was very diminutive, and he looked like a weasel running away, I guess.
I think this is good. Yeah, no, absolutely. Open challenge. Let's make it happen.
And here's our color commentary from Rob. It's a cash-in. That's accurate.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
All right. Same
Order, Jay, Corey, myself.
All right. Are we going to agree on the number of points?
How many points?
Let's do 13.
13.
Sudden death.
All right. Starting off, I have 2 greens and a red. I have rolled 3 fucking brains right off the bat.
Christ.
Well, that's not good. All right. 3 brain. Oh, that's me? Okay. Wait, are we going counterclockwise then?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's you. I guess I'm the unofficial commissioner.
Commissioner has spoken.
Now, Bob!
I'm not doing it. Wow! Alright, I got 3 feet. That I can roll again.
I'm sorry, everyone. That's going to have to remain a mystery.
And I got 2 feet in a blast.
Blast over here?
I really need more than 1 brain. Oh, 3 blasts.
We can be better. 3 blasts? Oh, wow, that cost you the brains.
That cost me... Well, I only had 1, so...
All right.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. You know how board games have kind of remained a constant through a lot of people's lives, or especially our own?
Oh, yeah.
It seems to have arrived in certain stages. Like when you were a kid, the board game meant that, your parents were having fun with you, or rather that you were having fun in front of your parents, without them getting pissed that you're sitting in front of the TV all day. And
yep.
You know how old people used to rail on about video games and comics and shit?
Oh, yeah.
This was the one indulgence that we had that they not only let us do, but they would join in on us, or join with us on it.
It was probably the only thing I could beat my dad at, was board games.
Was board games.
Chess, he'd wipe my ass with it. Video games, he was better than me.
Why would he wipe your ass with a chessboard? Hopefully not one of those hefty, nice marble ones.
You ever get the knight stuck up in there? It's
the horse?
Oh, yeah.
Board game was the first thing, the first time I ever swore in front of my mother.
Wait, let me guess. Monopoly?
Nope.
Ooh.
Classic game. A classic game.
Classics. Not Nine Men's Morris, I'm gonna assume.
No, Parcheesi.
Shoots and ladder? Oh.
Parcheesi?
Parcheesi.
You swore in Parcheesi?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I dropped the big one, too, right in front of my mom. I was 9 years old.
Wow.
And I rolled, and I screwed up, and I went, fuck.
Oh.
Oh, that's the big one.
My mom, to her credit, looked at me and said, "Don't say that in front of your grandmother." And that was all we spoke of it. That was the end of the conversation.
See, fuck's the one that got your mom mad at you. At least in my house, all right? But...
Not mine.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I never said cunt in front of her, ever. And I believe that if she saw this and heard that word come out of my mouth, she would just kind of look at me like, Give me some of that vodka.
See, that is the nice thing about my mom living in Ireland is she wields that word like a fucking saber.
Yeah, and that's true. Some cultures it's not such a bad thing. Like and especially in Europe, cunt's like fucking whatever. But but in my house, like if fuck was the event horizon, cunt was the black hole. Wait, that's yeah. That was like the point of no return. Nobody knew what was beyond that boundary, but nobody wanted to find out. Yeah. So that was it. All right. 3 for here.
Not bad.
Oh my god, that's all yellow.
All yellow. Okay. One of everything. It's the beginning. You can risk it right now.
Yeah. That's 3 brains total, 2 shotgun blast, mark 9 for 3.
All right. We
Moving
got
along.
3 brain. So we got 3-3-0.
The lightning zombie round continues. The fuck were we talking about earlier with the board games? It was...
I don't know. We've kind of been all over the place today.
Yeah. Were we? I don't remember half of this podcast.
All right, here we go. 2 yellows and a red. 2 feet and a blast. I'm just going to stop. Oh, wait. We're not drinking on this one. I'll keep going.
You got... Yeah.
That is 3 shotguns. I'm out.
I got a red and a yellow blast and a yellow foot. I have to go in because I got nada. And I got
That's 3 shotguns.
blast out.
Yeah.
Doing good tonight. I think I'm going to... My reign of champion's going to come to an end.
Uh-oh. Wait, who's got the belt again?
No one's beaten me.
No one's beaten you yet.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. The Ukraine is mighty weak. I think I'm going to have to put the hurt on the Ukraine. Reference anybody for a prize?
Seinfeld.
Not really. Well, yeah, I know you knew it.
Oh.
Because we started playing Risk around that same time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah. 2 feet and a brain. All right. And then one more die that I didn't look at. And go with 2.
2 points for Corey.
Yeah. So that kind of segs into my next thought was we were talking earlier about board games and how that was like a vice that our parents would not only let us indulge in, but, you know, kind of get in on with us. Mm-hmm. I was wondering what was the game that got you into the crazy, elaborate, and kind of overpriced plateau to board gaming?
1 brain for me.
1 brain?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Suro, which is funny because that one's not terribly overpriced.
Yeah.
But that was one of the first ones where, you know, like I had played Arkham Horror and I had played some other stuff, but Suro was one where I looked at it and I went, ooh, Meredith would like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a gateway drug for me to be allowed to buy other games.
But that made games politically safe in your household. Was that like the game? See, nobody really looks at Arkham Horror on the shelf and thinks to themselves, you know, I'm going to pay $80 for this shit. Like right now, I haven't played a video game in like 3 years, but this is the one that's going to get me back into it. Something's got to be the gateway drug to that shit.
In that case, it was HeroClix for me because HeroClix brought me over to Arkham Horror and everything else.
That I remember.
Because I hadn't played a tabletop game in years before Clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Clicks, we went from, you know, because Rob played a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
And Charles played a bunch of different stuff, and, you know, that led to that stuff. So.
Oh, okay. All right. See, that's the thing. I remember the last time we played fucking Arkham Horror, and it was like, a good 40 minutes for the setup, and then a good...
40 minutes is being generous. I think it took us like almost 2 hours to get it set up.
Yeah,
because
it was ridiculous.
We played that when Meredith and Victor were visiting up in Michigan, if I remember correctly. And that was something where you and I played and drank, and that was a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it took us forever to get everything set up, and I mean it was fun when we played it, but it's just such a fucking goddamn
bear
clusterfuck of rules. Like it's
Now, here's what I remember. I remember that night, because that was when I was still living with you guys.
Yep.
And we were in the upstairs apartment before we moved to the back.
That's right.
That happened. I remember there was one night though when Mary was still home and I think Victor was in bed. We had like a bunch of friends come over too and try to play that. And I remember that the setup was exponentially longer that night because there was like conversation interwoven with let's move the peel over 2 spots. Wait, is it 2 or is it 4? Oh, we start at 4 and then we knock it down to 2. Okay, well, whatever. And after we got done with setup, we played it for like another 2.5 hours and we didn't even finish the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Because everybody was just like kind of looped in a holding pattern by that point. And I know my detective was like just looking haphazardly all over Boston for clues, or not Boston, Providence. And I guess he might have been a good detective because he was getting all the clues, but he wasn't putting them together. And everybody else was just kind of like grab-assing around because the dice were telling them to grab-ass around for the most part.
Yep.
And it was a good game. Like Arkham Horror was fine. But I think that is a game, you know how there's like a ton of like, not expansions, but deviations from that within the license. There's Mansions of Madness and Elder Sign. I think, and this is my theory, I think those were developed as a way to streamline the core horror experience.
1,000% accurate.
Yeah, okay.
That's why there is now Arkham Horror, the card game, which is quick, easy, and fucking wonderful to play.
Good.
Like, it takes no time to set up. It's quick and fun to play. It's simple. It's well designed. It's great. You know, it's the problem with Arkham Horror, and I love Arkham Horror because it's fucking gorgeous. It is a goddamn beautiful game. But it can't stop stepping on its own dick and get out of its way. You know, it's too wrapped up in like, oh, we're gonna set the mood and everything, and oh, you're going mad. What are you going to do now?
Go to sleep?
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed because I don't want to play this anymore. Meanwhile, you've got something like Fortune and Glory, which is just as immersive.
But Fortune and Glory.
Fortune and Glory is, hey, roll some dice, move that many spaces, go fucking solve a mystery.
Yeah.
It's not, well, now you have to draw a piece from the cup. And wait, no. I'm sorry, you drew the piece from the cup, but you also need to draw this card and make sure it's like, it's... Arkham Horror it's like, we love mechanics and we're going to put them all in this game.
Yeah.
Every single mechanic is in this game.
Yeah. So are you succumbing to the madness? I don't know. Does that feel like frustration? Really?
Yes.
Is Cthulhu going to show up and I'm going to be like, okay, Cthulhu, just fucking rein it in, please?
Cthulhu is the fucking neckbeard that shows up and goes, well, actually, you need to do this. That's all the madness is from Cthulhu. That's all it is. Is
Cthulhu the dickhead dungeon master?
Yes. Yes. Lone Ranger's mother wouldn't even sleep with you.
Oh. You son of a... Just once.
Hey, this shows she has standards. She's a classy lady.
That's true. Thank you for standing up for Lone Ranger's mother this time.
Well, you know what? She always lays down for everyone else. It's time someone stood up for her.
Especially Tonto for some reason. Alright, we got 2 greens and a yellow with 2 brains.
Yeah, that's some garbage I can barge.
If I was smart, I'd stop now because I need the points, but I also need the points, so I'm going to keep going.
Hey, everything's made up and the points don't matter. Just keep going.
All right. Ooh, nice.
Which one of us is Wayne Brady?
3 brain, 2 feet.
Oh, clearly Bob.
All right. Because I'm Ryan Stiles. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that.
Do I have to Chokovich?
See, that's why
it's too easy.
I think that's why I said you're Wayne Brady, because you do the most bitch choking out of all 3 of us.
Can I be Greg Proops?
You can be Greg Proops, yes. You have the glasses. I think you do, right?
I'm saying 5 brain.
Oh, Jesus.
We got ourselves a match now.
Jesus, who is himself technically a zombie.
It's true.
Right.
That?
Took a little while to get going, but... And he's weirdly articulate for an undead. By the way, what was your gateway board game?
Oh, God. My parents and I played a lot of Rummy Cube.
Fucking Rummy Cube.
Rummy Cube is so goddamn good.
Yeah, that's quality porch gaming.
And at the age I started playing it, I was thinking, oh, this is way too advanced for me. Nope, boom, boom, boom. You're down, Dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You've actually got your kids in on that, haven't you?
No. I don't have a Rummy board, but I should. Because, like every family, we kept the dice, or the tiles. What you got? 2 brain, 2 blast.
1 shotgun blast.
1 brain, 2 shotgun blast.
And 1 foots.
Yeah, we kept all of our tiles in a Crown Royal bag.
Nice.
Like you do, yeah.
Yeah.
The Crown Royal bag is like the one vestige of gaming that seemingly
the
everyone
most
knows.
use.
Why did I do that?
Wow.
Why did I fucking do that? All right.
That's 4 shotgun.
That's
nothing for Corey.
Outrageous loss of brain. All right. So it was Rummikub for you, and then afterwards was Downward Spiral?
It's like the stereotypical life, Clue, the stuff that every family has.
Yeah, like KB.
Yeah.
KB games. All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, so I rode 2 green brains and a yellow shotgun. Now I've drawn 2 yellows and a red.
Ooh.
And that puts me at 1 red brain with 2 yellow feet. I'm going to stop with 3 brains on this one.
3 brains.
I mean, I think growing up it was... I was the dork that was in the chess club in elementary school. And, I played shit like Parcheesi. So
yeah.
But my mom played D&D, so there were always minis in the house, so...
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Well, she's a big Tolkien fan, and they had Lord of the Rings minis, so she had Gandalf and Frodo and Aragorn and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
so
Was she a fair player? That's what I gotta ask.
His mom's hardcore with the polyhedrals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's what got me into it. Like, and she encouraged me to actually embrace it and look into storytelling and stuff like that with it. So
That's awesome.
it was cool because my grandma certainly did not.
Yeah.
Exact opposite reaction,
Wait,
actually.
Was Graham ever part of the Satanic Panic?
No, she didn't.
Persuasion?
She thought that was bullshit. She just thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
That's really what it came down to. Like she thought it was dumb. Like she thought it was a waste of time. Like why are you staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing this game?
That sounds very familiar. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't have a reason I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing that game. Other than that, it was fun. It was, and it was a chance to hang out with my buddies. So
yeah, it was cool. Pen and paper gaming.
Yeah. Graph
Like
paper.
if you think this shit's a logistical nightmare.
No. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that with 3 brains, and that puts me in the lead right now.
That does.
Nice.
Well, we got to unseat him from the championship. That's the only thing.
Man, I'm so mad that I got taken out on day 1 of Whamhalla.
I only caught that peripherally. What was that about?
So Whamageddon, the Wham song, that's terrible. So there's this thing where if you start on December 1st and you go as long as you can without hearing Last Christmas. Mm-hmm. Which typically for me is pretty easy because I don't put it on any of my playlists because I hate that song.
Yeah.
But not thinking about it, went out on December 1st and went out for lunch and didn't last 2 minutes in the car before I was eliminated.
Oh.
Last year I made it to December 20th.
Do covers count, or is it just
Nope,
the
just the original?
Just the way. Okay, because that Papini Sisters one I keep listening to. It's
No,
just
Papini Sisters one is spectacular and does not count.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, no, you're fine on that one. Yeah, I got George Michael like day 1, minute 1. It was terrible.
Was it on the radio or in the store?
On the radio, like even worse.
You know what you should have had to have done if you lost to what is it called? Wham.
It's Whamageddon.
Whamageddon?
Yeah.
All right. You should have had to shave your face down to a well-curated 5 o'clock shadow.
Let's not go nuts here.
I think that's what should have happened.
No, this is about as neat as the beard gets. Like, I trimmed it this month, so...
Real sacrifices must be made, I think.
I had to sacrifice my eardrums to that song, so that's enough.
And in the name of Large Marge, you will be defeated tonight.
For those of you who have joined us, we are playing for the belt right now.
Welcome back for 2 Raws, whatever.
Better than Raw.
Raw is boring. I'm your host.
Doesn't take much. Doesn't take much.
Nope. 2 yellow feet, 1 green brain. Drawing a die.
What do you got? What color?
Looks like another green.
Oh, another green.
Yeah. It's probably going to happen. And that's all brains.
Oh, wow. 4 brains.
All brains.
You sticking with that, I assume.
I'm sticking with 4 brains because that just means there's red dice left.
That puts you in the lead.
Yeah.
What's Corey at now?
Corey is at 9, 8, 7.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, contact!
Alright, I have drawn 2 greens and a red. That is 2 brains and a foot, so we're going to keep going.
That was a 3-2-1 contact reference. I was thinking of the Sesame Street pinball.
The 12 count.
The 12 is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11, 12.
Nice, thank you.
That is 2 blasts and some feet, so I'm going to stick with 2 brains on this one.
2 brain. You and Corey are tied.
All right.
I'll just take 3. That feels like 3. All right, 2 brains, yellow, green, and a green blast. I'll stick with that.
Shit.
Puts me at 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what game's a lot of fun that I haven't put enough time into? The X-Wing miniatures game.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
That game is so good. Like, that's such a simple, easy, fun mechanic.
I haven't played it.
Oh, dude, it's so good. And actually, you know what's cool? They actually make a Star Trek version of it. Called Attack Wing. So,
All right. Did they mess with the rules any for the Star Trek version?
not that I'm aware of, no.
They just changed the skin.
I think that one could have done with a bit of finessing because of what Nicholas Meyer knew in making The Wrath of Khan. That there's a lot of he saw Star Trek as like a submarine drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Cold War submarine drama. So if you began to incorporate a lot of those slower rules, because the Star Wars game is pretty quick and decisive. Like you measure out your you plot your movement, and then you decide on which ships to attack. If I remember this correctly,
Correct.
and then you roll like 1 die, and that's your outcome. If you thought like more strategically, something more slowly, like if you combined X-Wing with I don't know, the territorial mechanics of something like Risk, and I'm just thinking off the top of my head, then you'd have something that could replicate the heightened drama of submarine strategy. This is me talking after 4 shots of really cheap booze. But yeah, I kept thinking the same thing. This is like, all right, this is when like a bunch of generals are in the war room and they're around that like festively lit table, and one of these guys is like a croupier and puts a bunch of ships over here like this, and he's like, we'll attack the front over here next to these things that are definitely not toy soldiers. And and the other guy is like, all right, and he gets out the protractor and he starts measuring, and you're like, man, war's kind of fun. Too bad so many people have to fucking die. And I kept thinking that's like the X-Wing game, but it would adapt pretty clean, or a lot cleaner to the whole Star Trek idea, the starship idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could cut through that word salad, I'm pretty sure there's a point in there.
But yeah, they do make a version of it called Attack Wing. So if you're interested, Bob,
I think I've heard of it. Are you sticking with this?
No, I'm gonna go.
Oh.
3 dice.
Wow.
We're going for broke. This is for the fucking belt bot. I don't know if you,
No, I don't know
if you were informed
he
or
has 3
anything.
brains, by the way, one of each color.
If you got the bloody memo that was apparently circulating, are you not on the email chain? Because, I'm going to stop rolling.
Okay.
That's
Stick
3
with
brains.
3 brains.
Yeah, I'm also going to stop talking shit, too.
Are we playing to 21 or 13?
13. So it's 1 more for me.
13. One more for you. Yeah, wow.
I need 4. Corey needs 1. How many do you need, Bob?
3.
All right.
The tension is killing me.
2 greens and a red. 1 brain, 2 feet. Gonna keep going.
And
It is now 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow. That is 2 brains with 2 feet. Gonna keep going.
shit.
2 greens and a red. All hail your new fucking champion. With 4.
Yeah. So who's the first to 13?
Yep, you got 13.
All right. That means you get to hold on to the belt for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it back with you when you come up to visit, though, because I feel bad about it being here. It's.
All right, so we gotta. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Nerd or Not is proud to present to you your new Cretins Guild World Champion, Jay.
Yay!
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Thank you. I hope to bring honor to the belt and defend it graciously and stuff. Something like that. So we want to get into our best of talk now, right? Like,
let's we've had some fun now. Let's get into some conversation. Some people can actually join in.
What?
Sure.
Yeah.
see who's participating right now on YouTube. We've got still Rob. Hey, Rob. Thanks for sticking around and not giving up on us because we're.
Oh, this reminds me. We do have a voicemail. From Patsy from the Throwdown Thursday podcast.
Hey, boys. Patsy the Angry Nerd from Throwdown Thursday here, and I just want to say congratulations on your milestone of 50 episodes.
Oh, thank you.
It's a great milestone. It shows the dedication that you guys have.
Yes, the dedication to get to 50 episodes after 3 years. Thank you.
Honestly, I've done it. We're up over 100 now, but we don't do half of the extracurricular stuff that you guys do. I've been unable to keep up with my YouTube channel. You guys faithfully post to that all the time. I mean, you're broadcasting live tonight. I tip my hat to you. You guys are doing a great job, providing a lot of quality content. I really enjoyed the walk around Disney for the Halloween celebration that they do down there. The name is escaping me at the moment, but I just want to say congratulations, and I do have a joke for you.
Oh, there's a joke.
How many dead hookers does it take to change a light bulb? Well, it's not 3 because my basement is still dark. So thanks, guys. Have a great episode. Take care, and keep on churning out the great content. Take care. Patsy out.
That's good. That's really fucking good.
Right. So yeah, that was Patsy. Thank you, Patsy, for sending that in. Him and Ashes do the Throwdown Thursday podcast. Mm-hmm. They do great interviews. They have great discussions. They're very similar to us, where they pick a topic and they just spin off it for an hour or two.
Perhaps a little less alcoholic.
Yes, thank you, Patsy. I appreciate that.
But we also had a pair of questions sent in from Goobs from the Derailers.
Goobs! Yes!
All right. His first one was... with the Game Awards coming up tomorrow, yep. I guess, yeah, is that tomorrow?
It is.
Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, Game Awards coming up. What are some of the dream announcements we're looking forward to?
Oh, shit. Star Tropics 3?
I doubt they'll say anything about Smash.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to say anything from a dead Nintendo franchise with the number 3 after it. So Star Tropics 3, Mother 3...
Mother 3.
Right?
Actual Earth will die before they announce any port of Mother 3.
I just something that's actually something that popped into my head the other day because Meredith got the Spyro remakes for the PS4. Nice. And they're fucking really well done. Like that game looks so much better than it used to.
Well, yeah, the old one was like low-fi PS1 shit.
Yeah, it was PS1. It was terrible, and it wasn't great. But they look good. They're fun to play. The voice acting's really good in them, so they've gone over everything. Mm-hmm. I really want to see a remastered, kind of like a hand-drawn Paper Mario animation style of Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3 released for the Switch. Like, just completely HD remake them, do hand-drawn the whole thing, or go the paper style and just put those out in a collection. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Paper style or like Cuphead style?
I would prefer paper style because that's an IP that they're just letting die on the vine for some reason. So
it's for a pretty good reason. The last couple of paper games have not been hot.
No.
Yeah. I'm still playing them. I mean, because it's its own flavor, but... Sure. Yeah, like I just finished Super Paper Mario. Never mind. I finished it like a year ago. But that game was supposedly like the highest rated of the last 1, 2, 3, 4 that have been released. That's including Super Paper Mario. What came out after that? Sticker Star. Mm-hmm. Paper Jam, which is also technically part of the Mario and Luigi series, and then Color Splash came out. And from Super Paper Mario on forward. And this was even tethered to a pretty well-performing franchise. The ratings have just been declining on all of them. I don't mean just like review ratings and shit. Like even if you look on the Metacritic on the user side, people are like, it just wasn't as good as it used to be and such. I think that might have something to do with, I'm not throwing it away completely. I think that might have something to do with the fact that they had reached so far and attained so much with Thousand Year Door that there was really nowhere else for them to go after that.
Yeah, but it's kind of like what happened with Mario RPG. Like, you hit a grand slam on your first at bat, just
like right away.
Retire. Like
Yeah.
you're done. Just leave it alone. Let it go. And the more you milk it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
And I would like to see something done with the IP just because I think it's such a great visual to see.
That's a really good style too.
And you've got Mario 1, 2, and 3 that you put out fucking virtual console versions of every 25 minutes and sell for $7.
Yeah.
Take some of that money and, re-up the visuals, tweak the gameplay a little bit. We'll see what happens there. Like we're already getting the Super Mario, new Super Mario Brothers Wii remastered.
Yeah.
Go.
That's because they want people to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
They want people to play the game that they made, that they worked so
no
hard on.
one bought it before?
Yeah. No. I did, because
One.
it's still one of my most played consoles, and I'm sticking to that story.
It's still a great console, and it will always be a great console.
Yeah. Because it's two consoles in one.
The other major thing I want to see is I want to see a new Uncharted game starring Chloe, because that last one was so fucking good, but it was so fucking short. Like,
oh no, really?
It's probably about a good 15, 20 hours. But like, I got spoiled by Uncharted 4, which is a good 45, 50 hour game. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing to remember with that too is it was also set up as DLC for that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was supposed to originally be DLC for Uncharted 4, and they said, you know what, we've got enough story here, we can flesh this out to a full release.
Yeah.
Which they did.
Unfortunately, not enough game to.
It's as much game as other console games. Like it's got as much gameplay as like Spider-Man does.
Okay, all right, that's good.
But I got spoiled by all the other Uncharted games, and I wanted more. And I think Chloe's such a good character that you just got a license to print money there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that was a bummer. I booted up Spider-Man the other day, and I'm like maybe 5 missions into the main story because I keep looking for book bags and shit. Well, I'm like, I want the homemade costume. So while you're looking for book bags, you're also taking landmark pictures and doing whatever else might happen to cross your radar. And then I booted it up the other day, and I'm like 25% done. I'm like, what? No, not already. Shit. Wow. just doing like the ancillary stuff.
So that game goes in fits and starts. It really does.
Yeah.
Because you will swear you're not doing anything. All of a sudden you're at like 35% complete.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, you're going straight into the main quest now. There's nothing else you can do. You have to do the main quest for a little while.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll do that, and you'll do that for like 3 or 4 hours, and you'll only be at like 40% when that's done. And it's like, what the fuck? What is this? Like, their math is wackadoo. Like, it's still a great game. Like, I loved Spider-Man. I think it's wonderful. I'm not digging the DLC so much.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's really kind of lazy DLC.
Oh, no.
Lots of repetitive gang fights, lots of, like, just escalating swarms of bad guys that isn't really fun.
Wait, which one's out so far? Is that the Black Cat one?
I think all 3 of them are out now.
So they're around in the home stretch.
Yeah, or 2 of them are out, and the 3rd one comes out in like a week. I can't remember which, but I know Turf. The one with Black Cat is okay, but it is a lot of, hey, here's 75 waves of bad guys you got to take out. And then the Turf Wars one, which is the second one, is apparently a lot of gang fights on the streets, but they've all got like fucking rocket launchers and shit, and it's like, no thanks, that's not fun. It's not fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know how far I'm going to get with it, but
all right. Well, wait for the next Sony sale. Wait, does Sony even do sales?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, they do. They're a little bit better about it than Microsoft, I think. I know that
significantly so.
Yeah, I know
their Plus program is really good.
Right.
I love that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do too.
So I know the Steam sales is what Steam sales are. Nintendo's probably the second best because
are we talking just console or
console and PC ecologies?
I'm not putting Nintendo in second then.
You're not.
No,
who's second?
Sony by a mile.
Sony by a mile.
Yeah, it's Steam is first because Steam always has shit on sale. Like,
Steam, I can stuff my pockets full of games for like fucking pennies on the dollar. So Steam's going to stay in
How often
first.
do I get emails? An item on your wish list is on sale. Yeah, I know.
Daily. Every fucking day. It's like, hey, these 37 games on your wish list are on sale. Yeah. Thank you, Steam. I'm never going to buy them. They're just there. Like, it's...
I swear I get them as often as like message alerts on my phone. But then again, like I have 600 games on my wish list. So...
But I would put Sony ahead of Nintendo on sales just because their sales are not just like, here's these same 15 indie titles we're going to have on sale for the next 9 months.
Yeah.
Sony's change every week, and they've got that PS Plus program where every month you're getting free games, and they're good games. So it's I'm a big fan of the way Sony does stuff right now. So
Okay.
So what other questions did you have, Bob?
Since we're talking about video games, let's jump right into it. Like, what are your guys' game of the year? This doesn't have to be a game that came out this year. It could be a game you were introduced to this year.
A game I just started playing this year.
Yeah. It's very limited for me because I'll play one game and I'll just stick with it until I am done. So I've played probably 5 games all year.
Okay.
I think it's up to 5.
I'm going to let you two go first because I'm probably going to leapfrog over one of y'all.
Well, I have a pretty good idea at least what one of you is going to say. Well, the game that I played that I think is the game of the year is God of War on PS4. The game...
Couldn't disagree with you more.
Well, that's... Okay, it's my choice.
I know.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm not mad.
Do we have any popcorn sitting around? I'm just going to kind of cruise.
A trash bag of it over here.
I'm just going to kind of cruise off on the rage here. It's just like bask in the wake of it all.
I didn't play a lot of games, but that's the one game I did play that I think is the best of the year.
What was your spread for this year? Because it was pretty good from what I could see.
It was pretty thin, too. I mean, obviously it was God of War.
Yeah, but you reached for the top fucking shelf.
Well...
okay, which one, that has me interested, which one wasn't what you consider to be top shelf?
It was a Star Trek game for the Wii.
Oh, that one, really?
Conquest, yeah.
No shit.
I loved the game. I thought it was great, but, that title's probably 10 years old at least.
Okay, so it was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, but it was new to me this year. It was like, I'll get it for $3 on Amazon, sure.
That makes sense.
I enjoyed it, but I think God of War was better. The other games I played were like...
Hold up. Wii scores on Amazon. Yeah.
A couple of Telltale games. What was it? Oh, it was...
Tales from the Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Really liked that one.
Yeah.
And King's Quest.
That was Activision, technically. No, that was was Activision, actually. Yeah.
Oh, was it? I thought it was Telltale. Let's see, that's 3, 4, and the 5th game was Shadows of War. Lord of the Rings, Shadow of War.
You're next.
So I played a lot this year. That's the nice thing about having a wife that works at GameStop.
Yeah.
I will say this about God of War. It's better than any of the other God of Wars I've ever played. But I still find Kratos to be thoroughly unlikable, and it's just kind of a plotting story, so I don't really care.
Is he still Nickelback sad Kratos from the mid-2000s?
Yeah.
No, his character's developed a lot in this game.
Yes, now he has the word boy in his repertoire. So here's my problem. And this is the same reason I can't get into shit like what's the show with the meth?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. If you're going to have a protagonist that's a bad guy, I need to be able to attach to them in some way. And I wasn't drawn to Kratos just like I wasn't drawn to Heisenberg at all. Like, I don't care what happens to either of these guys. Like the Loki fight that he has, like the crazy ass one after the funeral. When or whoever the redhead was that came to the cabin, like the first big fight in God of War, I kept dying and I didn't care. I didn't want to keep playing because I wanted to avenge the death of this character or his wife or anything like that. I died and I went, oh well, okay. I guess I'm dead. I'll play it tomorrow. Whatever. Like I don't.
It was frustrating. Plus, you weren't motivated to continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
well, that's very early in the game, isn't it?
I played for about 15 hours and just couldn't give a shit about anything that was happening. Like, I just didn't care. Like, I wanted to. I very badly wanted to, but it just wasn't for me. And I thought it was boring. But a lot of people like it. So that tells me I'm very much in the minority and probably in the wrong. It just doesn't click for me.
No, if it's your opinion, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I am going to say...
I've never played God of War. No, not that one, but...
The new one.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. The visuals are great. The story was great. I mean, I really didn't have any problem with the game itself.
Oh, it is stunning. Like, it's fucking gorgeous. Like, it's one of the prettiest games I've ever seen.
Kratos had a really shiny head.
No, he's very hairy, actually. He grew a beard and...
Well, yeah, down here.
He's all scarred up.
At least he got rid of that fucking Slipknot goatee. That shit was annoying from day one. No, you don't have a Slipknot goatee.
I got a little soul patch going on here.
You have hair. You have facial hair. This is a
Soul
beard.
patch, didn't he?
No, he had this shit where he took the top off and it was just like, give me my eyeliner.
Yeah.
You know that.
He had the...
Was that good?
Yes. I'll give you that one.
So for me, there's a lot of stuff I really liked on the Wii this year, or on the Switch.
The Switch. Yeah. If you're gonna talk about new Wii acquisitions, that's me.
There's a lot of stuff I liked on that, but none of them really jumped out to be Game of the Year. Not like last year with Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. Mm-hmm. So it comes down to the PS4 for me, and it's between Lost Legacy and Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Spider-Man's not even up there.
Spider-Man's number 3. Like it's a solid number 3. But if just because Lost Legacy's so fucking short, I got to give it to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Like that game is goddamn wonderful. Like it is so fucking good. It's beautiful. The story's compelling. The characters are great. If you choose Cassandra as your lead, the voice actor's really good. If you choose Alexios, it is not good. At all.
That's the bummer.
It's very bad. And it's ancient Greece, so it's right in my wheelhouse. You know, it's stuff I really like. So,
favorite game you played this year? You were introduced to this year.
That I was introduced to. All right, I had a lot of favorites because I played a lot of.
Break it down to 3 at least.
See, Jay knows this, but I was on a mission to kill a fat chunk of my backlog.
Yeah.
On my
you made that proclamation a number of times.
Yeah. So just to bring people up to speed. But goddamn, I played a ton of shit. Played a really good puzzler that was released at the turn of this year called Opus Magnum, which was a lot like it was from the developer of a lot of Flash mechanical puzzlers that I used to play way back during the day, at work, the place we used to work at. Mm-hmm. Same developer, has money now. Went ahead and made a full-fledged release of it, and that was a fine time. However, any one of those stages could be either 2 minutes or 2 hours to get through. So it's half of it is an investment because it is an open-ended puzzle design. Mm-hmm. You just have to make a solution for the problem that is being described to you with the parts that you were provided. Let me see. So that was good. I liked the Hat in Time a shitload. But I'm going to put that down at the bottom of the list because I have played a lot of stuff from this year as well. But by default, I would say Hat in Time is my favorite game that I've discovered so far this year. Because by default, I ended up buying a Switch in and around February, March. I got into Breath of the Wild much later than everybody else did.
Yeah.
Splatoon 2, same story.
I'm still getting into it. So.
Yeah. If only they could take care of those hacks, that would help a lot because that was a problem.
Is that really an issue?
With Splatoon 2, yes.
Oh my
because people bought Switches. Nobody bought Wii U's. So that wasn't a concern for them. But in addition to that, other stuff came out. Red Strings Club is a lovely game. That kind of gets up its own ass a couple of times, but it's got a great narrative and a hell of a setting. Oh man, what else did
Spider-Man's up there.
Spider-Man's fucking fantastic, but everybody fucking knows that.
Yeah. We're not breaking any grounds with that one.
We are not. However, Spider-Man did something really cool that I don't think a lot of people talk about in terms of how it evolved that sort of chain combo superhero genre. I'm just going to say genre, whatever. It's not the right word, but fuck it. Most of those tend to be ground-based because they're all based. Arkham Asylum influenced the combat design for those. Mm-hmm. One punch leads to another punch, you stun with the cape, you go to another dude, knock his lights out, and et cetera, et cetera. This one elevates it to an acrobatic level. So now air combos are part of the procession. And that was pretty damn neat. Bringing the fighting arena up another axis. And traversal was cool, but honestly, I kind of think they just evolved the Spider-Man 2 traversal systems beyond what they already were. There's too fucking many for 2018. That's the thing about drilling through your backlog. It would be an easier question to ask me if there was a game I hated most out of 2018.
There's nothing wrong with you being enthusiastically joyous about video games.
Yeah.
The fact that you had a good year of games, that's a good thing. That should be celebrated.
Yeah. And a lot of them were over 10 years old.
All right, you've been talking about it a lot.
Okay.
Have you played any Fallout 76 yet?
I've been talking about it a lot because I don't know if I want to get it or not. That's the thing. Like,
Is this a rabbit hole we want to go down?
No,
is it? How
not,
long?
not
No,
tonight.
it's not.
That can be a whole episode. Like that's.
All right. We'll save that for the new year.
Let me drop a couple of sentences. I swear to God, I'll keep it brief. Okay.
All right, sure.
I want it because it's Fallout and it's online and it's Rust style.
Do you want it or do you want it
because
to be
it's
good?
I want it to be good because it's fucking Fallout. Like everything I've done, I haven't played any of the PS2 shit. That was a dark road we don't want to go down. But I like the idea, and I like the idea that it's Rust style, open world multiplayer RPG, and not like World of Warcraft or whatever. Because that means you can go where the fuck you want to. But so many people have like talked about its broken nature, and apparently it's like way more fucking bugged than any Bethesda game has been so far, which, if you know Bethesda,
That's saying something.
that ain't small fucking words.
Yeah.
That's almost like you're playing the game in despite of the bugs. The other thing is that I've got at least 2 friends that have been playing it since beta and they're in love with it. So I don't know what road to go down.
I've seen a few people online say they love it.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no golden bricks to look for.
Of course, I have seen a lot of people say they hate it too. So might be just one of those things. Wait till it's on sale and then take a chance.
But then again, I remember another game that I like I love almost to death that got really polarizing reviews, and that's God Hand. So I
love that game.
I might use that as a barometer. I don't know. It's just that this is so much different, you know.
Oh.
I want to toss out 2 more real quick, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just from,
Please,
yeah.
yes.
from stuff I played on Steam. I'm trying to get to my inventory. So one of the games that I have absolutely adored this year is Renowned Explorers on Steam.
Oh, that's right.
Which
yeah, you've been
is
playing.
so fucking good. And there's another Curious Expedition is another one, which are, I guess I was in an explorer mood that day and bought 2 explorer games, and they're vastly different, but they're wonderful. So I would definitely suggest those 2 on Steam, and then The Long Dark, which is continuously wonderful and moody and great, and it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Have you guys seen a lot of movies this year? Or any movies, I should say?
I've seen some.
More than I thought I would have seen.
I think I count on one hand how many I've seen, but...
More than I thought I would have seen and less than I wanted to.
Alright, then favorite... I don't know if we should separate this into 2 separate categories or just like overall best movie or best comic book movie you've seen this year. And again, it doesn't have to be something that came out this year.
I'm going to say Infinity War because so many people bitched about it when it came out.
Bitched?
Yeah. Oh god, the ending was a downer. Grow up, please.
Don't listen to those people.
Yeah, okay. And it's like not every movie has to have a happy ending.
He snapped his fingers?
You're talking to a noir addict, okay? I know that sometimes shit happens and then life goes on. It's about time the comic book movie stepped up to that plate too. So yeah, Infinity War's for taking that step also for, as far as I'm concerned, bringing Alan Silvestri back. Sure, he did the soundtrack for Ready Player One, but not many people saw that. So... Infinity War.
There's actually not been a lot of comic book movies this year. There's only been a handful. I guess Infinity War scared a lot of them off.
But there's Infinity War, there's Justice League, and there is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Right?
And Black Panther.
Was Justice League...
And Black Panther was
February.
February.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was very early
That
this
feels
year.
like eons
I
ago.
know,
Yeah,
I know. It
Jesus.
feels like 10 years ago, but Black Panther was like only like 9 months ago.
Yeah, Black Panther was good, too.
Yeah, meanwhile, Captain Marvel's about ready to kick down the door.
I don't give a shit.
They're given kind of like a... Separate from how the comic books are. They're given a new origin to her. Did you notice this?
A bit, yeah.
A more recent origin. I think they've...
Tom Solo's suggesting Incredibles 2, which I haven't seen.
Tom!
And I really want to. Yeah, he's the guy that did...
Tom did our logo.
He did this shirt right here that I'm wearing
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Thank you for keeping the spirit of pinup alive.
Yes.
I'm gonna. So my favorite comic book movie of the year was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes.
My favorite movie of the year, however, was Solo. I thought Solo was fucking fantastic.
Solo was so goddamn underrated.
Yep.
Just unfairly underrated.
Yep.
Now, okay. Aside from wieners on the internet downvoting it because they didn't like how The Last Jedi was, even though they weren't really... Well, they were related in property only. It actually underperformed at the box office, which was unusual, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
It underperformed.
How the fuck did that happen?
My theory is that it came out too quickly after Last Jedi.
Yes. I think the backlash from Last Jedi hurt it.
Yeah. See, we got people on Solo's dick here, right there.
Yep.
Gunmetal Jackal.
So yeah, that's great. And no one ever talks about it, but Teen Titans Go to the Movie was fucking fantastic.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
I don't give a shit what anybody says, but I actually like the cartoon also.
Yep.
And
it took a while to warm up to me, but yeah, I started liking it.
And I know that a lot of people are sour on it because Teen Titans, the Puffyami Yumi years, have like its own cult status.
Mm-hmm.
But when your nephew comes to you and like without any sort of like lead-in or framing or preamble whatsoever says, when I say pie, you say, or when I say I like, you say pie, I like, and then you automatically respond with pie, you know that they're onto something good.
Yep.
So I'm not going to doubt them any. And most of the episodes that I've seen have made me laugh. It's not a superhero show.
No.
It uses it as a pretext. Fucking whatever, man.
I can actually remember the moment I warmed up to that show. Cyborg, they're all having like this cooking competition where they're all like fighting to make the best dish or something like that.
Yeah.
Cyborg's holding like this bowl of ground beef and he's punching it, and on his apron it says food pun. Because he's punching his meat. I was like, all right, you guys finally did it. You won me over.
That's
I
a good
give
show.
in.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
Like in the ranking of shows on Cartoon Network that were on the air at that time, I think it was like that's Cartoon Network, right? Because it's DC.
Yeah.
It would have been Gumball at the top.
Yeah.
Because Gumball is forever. And then I think it would have been Titans because I can't think of anything else. So yeah, that's
Next question, Robert.
God damn it.
All right, we teased it a little bit with Teen Titans, but is there a TV show you were introduced to this year? This has been the year of anime for me. I have been introduced to so much fucking anime, and it makes me so happy.
Let me flick the needle. All right, here we go. It's another 50 cc's of weeb juice.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
I'm sorry I did that to you. What was the start? Was it Death Parade? Were you on?
Yeah,
were
it
you
was
on
Death Parade.
Death Parade?
I think you suggested Death Parade. You've suggested like 90% of the stuff. I think Goobs and Jenny from the Derailers have suggested the rest of it. They suggested One Punch Man. I was like, yep, I like the show.
That was good shit. And that made me think of Goblin Slayer, which you're probably going to get on after.
That's probably the next thing. I have two more series to knock out before that.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill.
He's on Kill la Kill right now, and that's the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Kill la Kill.
That show's so stupid, and I love it, every bit of it.
Stupid, kinetic, beautiful, and...
It's stupid to use the word I want to... Yeah. I'm going to stick with
Yeah, it's pretty fucking outlandish.
Yeah, it is.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I'm even loving the, like, abridged stuff that fans are making. Like, I've been getting into, Hellsing, Ultimate Abridged, which is made by Team 4-Star, and I've never seen the original version, and is goddamn hilarious. I wish that they put out one episode a year. And they've been doing this for a few years.
And you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Alright, so for you it was anime. I'm going to tell you why I got you started on Death Parade. Because I kind of got back in the anime back in like 2013 or 14. I don't know. I was living over at Jay's, and somebody like got me on the Kill la Kill, and I was like, alright, this looks funny. And I like this director because he made Dead Leaves, and that's one of my favorite movies. And I was like, fuck! Rub it on my gums! Give it! It was so good. And that just started me down the rabbit hole. Then it was like fucking Space Dandy, and then it was Shimoneta, which you were in the middle of. And unfortunately, you can't get now because
I can get it if I have a Funimation account, but it's just so hard to watch stuff on their
best noir film for kids. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That's true. I'm not going to sell that movie out. That is pure noir. It just has a happy ending, which makes it different.
What, noir can't be happy ever?
It's usually not, but sometimes
Casablanca. Well, it's not.
It's not a happy ending. No,
it's not a sad ending.
Well, nobody dies, but it's not a happy ending either. Yeah. Sorry. But you're right with Roger Rabbit, and that's actually one of the movies that got me interested in detective fiction, which bled into noir.
Who censored Roger Rabbit?
Who censored Roger Rabbit by who?
Goldberg, Goldstein, Sekman, Royce, and Pertz.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the author's name was Peter Wolf, which I thought was hilarious because he sounds like a cartoon character.
Okay.
Anyway,
sounds like a Tex Avery character.
Yeah. So, when I got up to Death Parade, it was somebody's suggestion. You should see this. It's actually really surprising. And I looked at it, and I'm like, God, these guys have like fucking blue and green hair. It's anime. But it takes place in a bar. And it only takes place in a bar.
They're playing casino games.
This is kind of interesting. Don't get me started on that. Yeah, that's Kakagurui shit, and I'm not going to recommend that to anybody.
It had a hook to it.
It had a hook to it, yes, and it was very stylish. And then I saw the intro.
Oh my god, that intro.
Yeah, the intro. The great thing about the intro is that it's like the poppiest, most sugar-coated, addictive shit you'll ever hear in an anime intro. And then the rest of the show is like, everybody sucks.
You remember that intro you just saw?
Yeah.
This show is nothing like that.
This is nihilism concentrated into a dark 50-ton ball that you will never be able to get out of your gut for as long as you live.
You know, I think that's what hooked me.
Yeah?
Because I saw that intro, it's like, okay, if the show is like this intro, I'm gonna love it. Nope, the show's nothing like the intro, and it still got me to watch it.
But it was legit, right? Like, as soon as the credits on the last show roll, you're like, no, it cannot end here. What are you fucking doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that first episode came to an end, like, but
there's so many other people that we don't know what their histories are. What are you doing? This isn't an ending. This is just like half a hand job. You can't do that.
What are you doing starting a series with a start?
Yeah, exactly. So I knew that was the show to get people back into anime. Because it was like, alright, it's not disgusting. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with disgusting.
It's not stereotypical stuff.
Yeah, you're talking to a guy who, like, lionizes John Waters. I have, like, no moral ground to stand on. But it's, like, it's classy. It has a great intro. All the characters are really layered, especially the guy, Decim, I think his name was. I can't remember because the names are weird because it's anime.
Yeah.
And then eventually what you find out about his assistant towards the end, oh my god, my soul snapped in fucking half. It was good. It was like properly, like, if people took anime more seriously, would be up in the top 10 of anime good.
Jay, show you. You haven't talked in a while.
The anime discussion I can fall silent on. So this year, I haven't really watched anything new. I've just kind of been a continuation of stuff I've been watching. And it's really nice to see a revitalization of one of my favorite shows, Legends of Tomorrow, which with season 3 just decided, fuck it, we're not going to take ourselves seriously anymore. And that is carried into season 4, and it has been fantastic.
You're saying this about a show that more or less opens up with a saloon bar brawl set to the Captain and Tennille, correct?
Yep.
Of that show.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
It is the most comic book show on television right now. And it revels in it. Like, it's just like, yes, we are.
Yeah,
we are going to do whatever we want to do. So like the season this year is all around magical creatures and magical beings that have escaped from hell, which is why Constantine is now on the show. Which is marvelous because Matt Ryan was born to play the character and should play him for as long as he wants to.
Is there nothing better than an actor that's absolutely in love with one of the characters that they play?
That's the best thing.
So him being on the show is wonderful. And it has just taken this absolute just turn for the, whatever. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want. Don't care. Absolutely don't care. And it started to infect the other Arrowverse shows a little bit. So you get to see a little bit of that in Arrow. You see a little bit of it in Flash, a little bit in Supergirl. But like Legends of Tomorrow is the apple pie and vanilla ice cream of television right now. It just feels good to watch. It is so satisfying.
Yeah, it's been consistently good.
And Amazon Prime has Eureka on it, and that is my favorite shitty sci-fi series ever. It's goofy, it's stupid, it's wonderful. And I was so happy to find it on there. We powered through that entire series, which isn't much. It's 5 seasons and it's only like 13 episodes a season. But we powered through that in like a month and a half. And just, it was so nice to go back home to Eureka again.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of weird how like the best episode of that entire show, alright, this is my opinion. You might have something to say about it. The best episode of that entire show not only happens in like one of the later seasons, but was only written to be a direct reference to the stylized intro, which wasn't supposed to play into any of the show's narrative at the beginning.
With the floating bank?
With the floating bank, yeah, that shit.
1,000% agreed.
How the hell did it get... Like, a lot of that show is a guilty pleasure, because the cast is fantastic, and a lot of the script, though, upon extended rumination, doesn't make a whole lot of fucking sense any of those episodes do.
Yeah.
It's still outlandish enough to, like, draw the viewer in and be like, welcome to our crazy-ass world. Nothing is logical. But that one was like, we can do something with this. Maybe just this one time, we'll try to reach for that 10. And they completely fucking did.
Yep.
And it was like, You guys can't run back from that now, can you? Well, it's the 5th season. Fuck you guys.
It's the only show that I've seen do a completely outlandish and ridiculous Christmas special and set it 1,000% in continuity.
Yeah.
Like, they got turned into puppets. Nope, that's in continuity.
That's absolutely true. They did. They did stop-motion animation one episode.
100% in continuity. It happened. They referenced it later in the series.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But it was at least within a semi-logical framework, so they were stepping on themselves.
Yeah, it
gave the viewer that much.
It wasn't something where it was like, oh, we're just going to do this wacky ass gag and just have it be a thing. It was like, no, there's a reason behind it. There's a plot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not like an all pig Latin Drew Carey episode.
No,
but that was still pretty awesome.
Man, I wish that show was streaming somewhere.
Yeah, me too. Whoa,
it's not.
That's a hell of a revelation.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I wish they still had the soundtrack out on disc, because that soundtrack was phenomenal.
It's also mighty expensive nowadays.
That's exactly the problem.
Remember how, like, back in the day, you would walk in the Peaches and find just, like, sundry soundtracks lying all over the place?
Yeah, who remembers Peaches?
Well,
aside from us.
30 love to you. Alright, try walk. Who remembers Camelot? We're old. We're gonna die soon. Try looking on eBay for any soundtrack that was released between, 1982 to 2001. And try to keep your scoop. Find a scoop big enough for your eyeballs when they pop out of your sockets.
That Drew Carey soundtrack in particular is like $75 a disc now.
Oh, you're looking at it?
No, I've looked it up in the past. Where it's like, I want to get that again. I love that soundtrack. That was great. I didn't love it that much. Like
particularly since like 2 or 3 tracks can be found on like soft rock nowadays.
Yeah. I'd be happy to have Drew Carey singing "Moon Over Parma." That would be wonderful, but I don't need it. Like,
yeah, it's true. And I can cue up the Dave Clark 5 during drive time.
Exactly.
Fuck that shit. Yeah. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's what's going to make this 50th episode the best.
But hey, you know what? YouTube playlists.
Yep.
There you go.
Exactly.
Did they ever do a Christmas episode on the Drew Carey, by the way?
I don't remember. There were a lot of episodes of that show.
Sure they did.
Seems like they would have. Yeah, but this is us kind of talking out of our back ports.
I would feel although nothing is popping to mind, I'd feel confident saying they did.
Yeah. We're just going to have to go off that.
I vividly remember them doing winter episodes, so I'd be shocked if they didn't do a Christmas one.
Well, it took place in Cleveland.
Exactly.
They have to acknowledge the fact that it's cold as balls. There's nothing much else to do in Cleveland in the winter than scoop off your driveway.
We're in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Let's go watch the Browns.
I don't know. Drew Carey's Cleveland was a place of wonder and whimsy. I'd kind of like to live there.
Yeah, that's fantasy land, without a doubt.
Pretty much, yes.
Speaking of cold as balls, it's currently 28 degrees outside and probably about 10 degrees warmer than that down here. So,
all right, is it cocoon time?
It's cocoon time, and it is time to go upstairs and go to bed for me, because I've got an early call in the morning. So
go upstairs.
Gentlemen, congratulations to all of us on 50 episodes. It was wonderful to talk to you guys again.
Thank you, and congratulations as the new Cretins Guild World Champion.
That's right, I am. Don't you guys forget it. And we'll talk about the special episode soon and get that on paper.
Yes.
That will be out before Christmas. That's
awesome.
That's a guarantee.
That must happen.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
All right.
It'll be out before Christmas episode. It'd be weird to put it out on New Year's.
It'll be out before Christmas. Okay. All right.
All right, guys.
Hey, we pushed it. It's fucking 50. We're allowed to this time. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right.
Night.
Good night. Enjoy the snow and get some sleep. I miss proper winters. God damn it. Okay.
All right. Jay's out. We should probably sign out.
Yeah.
So,
sure enough.
Everyone who tuned in to the live feed, Rob, Diego, let's see, Tom, you joined in for a while. Toby jumped in for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you again for helping to make this 50th episode a really good one. Like we did say, we got one more left this year. It's going to be a special. I'm not going to say any more.
Can I tease it?
Tease.
All right, because people that will know the source material will know the following line. And we can say that you may have seen many things under the sun, but you can bet your ass that you've never seen anything like this. It's a quote from one of the books. Anyway,
okay.
Yes, right.
That went way over my head. I had no idea. So
that's fantastic.
That means they have no clue.
It's a distinct possibility.
Unless they're really into that particular
thing.
Franchise.
Right.
Thing.
IP.
Guy.
Dude.
Or girl.
Perhaps, yes.
I'm not judging.
I don't know. There have been like some gender swaps. Anyway,
there has.
We're giving away too much.
Okay.
Never mind.
It's not Doctor Who. Peter Capaldi. There's our one mention.
There it is.
Welcome to the Guild.
This podcast is part of the Some Buddies Network. You're never alone when you've got some buddies.